Hello everyone, I'm Deborah and I'm a Creative Memories Independent Advisor from Australia. Happy New Year and welcome 2025. Today I want to share with you a layout that I did by using some of your scraps. We all have scrap pieces and we always wonder what we're going to do with those scrap pieces. So today I'm going to show you another segment of Use Your Scraps. So as you can see here, I've completed one layout. Excuse the thunder, it's just decided to rain really heavily and we've got some thunder and lightning happening outside. So I'll keep going on and hopefully it's not too noisy. So today, as I said, I've used this one in Christmas Charm, and as you can see, by using my scraps, I've actually done the design on the outside of the 12 by 12 inch page, and then I've layered them all around, and then I've done a little embellishment cluster on the top and down the bottom. And then in the middle here, then you'll be able to display your photos if they're vertical or landscape. It's purely up to yourself. I have done it in a couple other collections, which I'll show you towards the end. So to complete this design, today I will be using the Totally Tonal Soft Pink. I like all the soft pink Totally Tonal colors and the color palette and the patterns that actually comes with this collection. I also have some stickers, but I'm not going to use the stickers today because they're mainly, you know, like word stickers and everything. I might use a couple of them somewhere in the corners, but today I'm going to be using some flowers on my layout. So I've got some different colors here. I've got some yellows, some purples, some red and pinks, and I also have in another pack, and these flowers here, these were from their Floral essentials. So there was like, I think there was like maybe 5 or 6 different color embellishments of these flowers. And also I'm going to be using these ones. These are pretty old ones, so I found these in my stash, so I might put some of these here and there, I'm not sure yet. And then you've got the different color leaves, and then you've got some nice little dainty little flowers, some other colors. So I might use some of those in as well. So to get started, what you need is your scrap pieces. So I've had some scrap pieces from another layout that I did, and I've combined them and trimmed them up to make this layout. So as I said, I'm going to be using the Total Tonal Soft Pink. So I'm just going to put that aside because I don't need that for now. The other thing that you're going to need is your 12-inch trimmer, a piece of white cardstock. I'm going to be using white cardstock because, as I said, I'm using the pink. You need some repositional tape, which is good because that way if you've, you know, put it on crooked or whatnot, you need to move it or you want to change colors, you can easily take that off. You might need your scissors. I've got my little multi-purpose tool here because that always comes in handy. And I've already started trimming up some of my scrap pieces, but I will show you how I've done those. So I've got a couple of pieces of my scraps here. So all I'm going to do is trim them at 1/2 inch wide. So I'm just going to just trim them as much as I can to have a few pieces. I'm not sure how many pieces that you would actually use to complete one layout, so I just, you know, like cut up a few. You could end up making a 1-page layout, a double-page layout, which I will be doing with my the pink ones. I'm going to do one of these layouts for my granddaughter's birthday party. So all I'm going to do is neaten up that edge because it is on an angle, and you want to trim them anywhere between 1 inch long or 1 1/4. It's up to you how long you want your little lengths. or 3/4. You can layer them on the page and then still trim some off. So I'm just going to knit up these edges and then just basically cut that little strip in half. And they all measure anywhere from that 1 inch to 1 3/4. So I'm just going to continue that. These ones here are 1 3/4. It doesn't matter how long they are, but you don't want anything like a 2 inch or, you know, 1.5 inch. I think they might be a little bit too long for this kind of layout. So I'm just going to center all them and then trim them off. So I'm using one of these little embellishment trays to put all my little bits in. So I'm just going to move that scrap. So I'm going to cut some of this light pink now. So again, at 1/2 inch wide. So I'm just going to cut a few of those. And the light pink will break up some of the dark, and on the reverse you've got a pattern side, which I will use also. So I'm just going to bundle all these up together and just trim them off. So I'm just going to all line them up around about that 1 inch and the 3/4 mark, just so that I've got random pieces in length. And this one didn't cut through, so I'm just going to trim that off with the multi-purpose scissors and then cut it in half and just put them in the tray. That's all we need for the trimmer for now. So I have started this because it does take a very long time to get your little pieces around the corners, because you are doing the 4 corners. So I've left that one L shape, and I'll show you how I completed this layout. So as you can see on my layout at the moment, you've got all those different lengths of the edges going around the page, and also I've got, you know, the hangover bits which haven't been trimmed off yet. So to get started, I'm going to bring in the mat and the repositional tape, and what I did was, you know, like just going through my colors, randomly picking ones, but in the corner here you want to get the smaller ones. So I'm going to start off with this color here, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it down a little bit, but I'm not going to make it too high because you want the other side to sit on top. So I'm just going to put that one on the corner, and then I want to do another one exactly the same size in length I'm talking about, so it goes on like that. And then we're just going to do another color, so make that one a little bit longer so they're not all the same length. So when I come around this side here, just finding one that's a little bit longer and a different color. So I'm going to use this one here, and then you want to come around like this. So then we're just going to follow through with our next one. So I've got all these different colors here. I did use some of the lighter sides, but not all of them. So the next one I'm just going to make a little bit longer. So all I'm going to do now is going around and alternating colors, alternating lengths of these little strips until I get to the very end. It's a little bit of time to take to do this. It's not a rush project, so you can take your time and, you know, place these little strips where you want them. I think using the Total Tonals look really good. Actually, I didn't know how that was going to turn out, but I actually like the effect that it's giving with all the different pinks. So if you've got a totally tonal pack, you might want to try another different color, because we end up having the, you know, the orange, the Cali green, the red. There's a few other different colors that we also had that would look great in this little design. So I'm just going to keep going through my pieces and layering them down. Sometimes when I'm laying these little pieces down, I'm not sure how, but they start to go on a little slant, and then I have a bigger gap down the end than I want to. And I guess that's, you know, like doing is starting from that corner and that corner, you know that that's going to be neat. And these two corners here, because they're going to look a little bit different, those two corners you can actually use to cover up with your embellishments. So I wouldn't be too fussed over if you know that you've got a little bit of a gap at the end of some of the corners. So I'm just going to continue on. I apologize if anybody can hear that rain. It's really coming down outside. There's still a little bit of thunder and lightning in the distance. So as you can see, you know, like the time that it's taken me to complete this, it is a little bit of time to get this layout done. So I might put this little one here. Oops, I've run out of repositional tape. Of course, right through while we're filming. So I'll just grab another one. So I'm just going to put this one here. There's so many little pieces that we can choose from. I think I might want a light pink. Maybe a dark. So I'm going to continue this until I get down to the corners. And if you're scrapping along with me today, you'll be able to have enough time to complete your layout. So now, as you can see, that I've nearly completed that other side, and I've still got a gap here and a little gap there. So what I'm going to do is on this gap here, I'm just going to get a small piece. It's probably only like 3/4, and I'm just going to cover her up like that. So it's just going to be over top. And then we have this little gap here, which you also want just little short ones also on that side. So just going to find the short ones that I have and just put them on that one side. So then I just need to find one more. I might find a white because it's going on some nice colors of pink, and I'm just going to match it up to the same. No, I'm going to go up to the next one here. So as you can see on this side that I've covered up that little edge there, and I've done the same thing down this bottom edge here. So now I need to bring back in the 12-inch trimmer, and we're going to turn it upside down. I do have a lot of these little strips left over, but as I said, I am going to make a double page. So I've got enough strips here, hopefully, to make a double page. So we're going to turn this upside down, and we're going to trim off our little edges. So you just want to line up your cardstock on your cutting line, and then trim off the little leftovers. You can use your 12-inch trimmer. If you don't feel comfortable using the 12-inch trimmer, you can also use a pair of scissors. So either one, you'll still get the same little effect. So now I'm just going to spin that around. I'm just going to line it up again on my cutting line. It's because I got that flat edge now, I can put it up the top, go to my cutting line, and then trim off the little edge bits. Then I get a nice straight cut edge. Just going to move out those little scraps. And we're just going to keep doing that on the next two sides. As I said, lining it up and then trimming it off. Last side. And trimming those edges off. It's cleaning up these little scrap bits, get them out from the trimmer. They do have a little bit of repositional tape on them. I do have a little bit of a leftover one here, so I'm just going to bring in my multi-purpose scissors, and I'm just going to trim that off. So we're done with the trimmer now, so we can put that away. And then turning this over, you can see now how effective that actually makes that using the pink tonals. I really like this layout, and I think it's going to look really, really nice with my granddaughter's birthday party photos. It's also mostly done in the pink, so it's going to match beautifully with that. So now in the corners, as I said, I wanted to use some kind of flower cluster. So I'm just going to bring into my foam squares now, or you've got the foam roller. And we're going to make a little flower cluster. So yours, when you get your flowers, you've got, you know, got all these lovely nice little gems as well. So I'm just going to empty out all these little scrap pieces, and I'm going to place my flowers in here. So I've got a little bit more variety of what's going on. So as I said, I've got some yellow, got some pink. It's got some nice leaves. It's a nice yellow flower. You've got some the purple leaves. Then you've got some different green little flower leaves as well. Every time, you know, like different flowers come out, it's best to grab them while they have them, because they don't bring them out too often. So I've got a couple of red here, and it's also got the pink in it. Oh, I got some I think there's 2 there. Whoops. It's just started raining again and the thunder has started again, so excuse the noise outside. So then we have this one here, that one. So I'm going to start off with those couple first and see how we go. So I want to maybe put like try to do similar but not exactly the same. I think I might do the purple up in the corner actually. I think, and like I said, and that will cover up your little corner bit if you didn't like how that ended. So I might do a red there. And then you've got these little purple ones that go on top. Hang on top if you want it to sit on top, or there's also some smaller ones if there's any left. Yep, here they are. So I've got a yellow, another yellow, another yellow. Just wondering if I got another different colour. I think I only have the yellow ones left, but that's okay, we can work with that. So this is yellow, so I'm going to put that on there. So I'm just going to bring in the foam squares and raise that one up on the foam square like this. Then foam square on the purple. I'm just going to put that one in the middle. Then I'm just going to get my tape runner, put that on the back, and place that one up the top. And then we have purple, might use the pink. So reposition, I should say tape runner. I might put that one just off to the side here. And then I'd have these coming down. It's coming out like that, but I think I might use the greener one. Just going to bring back in my mat now. Just going to put a little bit of repositional tape on them. Sometimes I snip this in case you can't completely put it under and it's hidden, it could be too long. So I've got that one there. And I'm bringing in some leaves. So I have that one there. So all I'm doing is just, you know, clustering my flowers and making a nice little design on each corner. So this is optional. You might not want to use flowers. You might want to use, you know, other stickers or other embellishments that you might have for, you know, like the collection that you're using. It's like the Christmas charm. Like I use the Christmas tree embellishments and everything to place on the layout. I'm just going to use another one of these ones. Just trim that off. And you can also use your stickers as well. Just got to raise them up with, you know, some foam squares. Hang on. Might move this one. Just about there. I might put that purple one there, so I might raise that on a foam square. I think I might do the same thing with this one. Put it on a foam square. And let's place it just there. So the other colours that we might have, the little flowers. I think I might stick with the same range of flowers. Here are some other floral ones, and these are blue. So I might put in some little blue flowers. You can see that's the small one, so I'm going to raise that one and then put that little one on top. Whoops. Tape one on the back and put this one. I'll take that leaf out now. Put that flower up there. Put it underneath. And then also leaf underneath like so. So I'm starting to like that little cluster up there, and I might take that one off and maybe just might bring a leaf down here. Start again, multi-purpose tool. I'm actually going to use one of these. Using some repositional again, and using this one. I need to trim that. The stem on it is just a little bit too long. So I'm going back down the bottom now. I've got this big purple one. I've got this purple one. I might add another one here. Might have that one. Might put it on a foam square. So as you can see, sometimes it's a little bit of a hard decision of where you're going to place all your little embellishments to get that nice little cluster that you're after. So repositional tape again, and I'm going to have this one coming up. I'll put the yellow one there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put under the leaves like this. And then just clear some of these ones away. I'll have that leaf coming out from there. Putting it under. looking at my blue ones. See if there was, I think there was another, oh yeah, a small one. Yeah. Maybe put that under. Maybe coming out this way. We might use this one. So I'm not going to put this one on foam squares. I'm just going to leave it and just put it straight down. Like this, and then put this one under here. Okay, I'm thinking did I put that one down? No, I didn't. So I might put this one down. So I'm going to stick it under here, like that, and maybe another leaf coming out the side. So I'm just going to lift this up and put it underneath. Actually, I think I might just chop it off. Yeah. Lifting it up, there we go. I'm putting out the side there like that. So now, I think I'm done with my little clustering. So I can put all this away, just clear my space. Get rid of some rubbish. So I'm liking that how it's turned out. So I'm just going to bring in my little gems, and I'm going to place some little gems on top because that will also give it a little bit of a bling look. So I might use the spotted ones here, and then, you know, just going with your color coordination on your gems to your flowers. And then this one here. Then we have a blue one up here, so I put the blue on, just there. Purple, got some nice purple gems. Might use a spotty one here on the spotty flower, and then that's a plain white, so I might just use a lighter one. So as you can see, as I'm putting these gems down, how much it looks a little bit different. And a darker one here. So that is the gems done. So as you can see with this layout now, how different it's made it look, and all we've done is just used our scrap pieces. I've dived into my stash and pulled out some flowers that I haven't used in a while. You could also find a little title you can put on your page, and again you can have, you know, two or three photos on this one layout. So that is the Totally Tonal Pink, and the other ones that I have done, as I said before, is your Christmas charm. And here you can see that I've just put some embellishments and stickers in the corners for that one. And then the other one that I've used is the Devotion, which is a wedding one, which was an old wedding collection. And I absolutely love how that's turned out, and I've put it on a piece of the pinky shimmer and done exactly the same thing and just used the flowers. With the flowers, I did take it over a bit off the border, so I've trimmed them up a little bit to make it a little bit different, that the flowers are actually coming into the page. Those roses were a little bit bigger. And the other one that I did in another collection is a Halloween one. And, you know, done exactly the same sort of thing, done your stickers. I think I just used all stickers on here, no embellishments at all, and just done it in the corners as well. So there you have it. You have a Halloween. I've got a devotion with the wedding, and Christmas charm, which is another one. And you know, you could use any collection that you like and you're still going to get the same result. And then today I'll show you how to do the tonal pink. Well, I hope you enjoyed my little take on using your scraps again. We all have a lot of scraps and we like to use them all up. So please like and subscribe to my channel, and happy scrapping everyone.